The NBA season is coming to a close. We only have about 2 rounds left, the conference finals and then the NBA finals. So about a month of basketball left before we head into this off season. And this video is just gonna talk about the 4 teams that are left in the playoffs and how I think each will do. So leave a like and subscribe. I guess this is a prediction video, but let's just get started. Let's get started in the East. So we have the Boston Celtics versus the Indiana Pacers. I don't think anyone really thought the Pacers were going to make the conference finals. If you looked at their side of the bracket, though, you could probably see that it was very possible, considering the Bucks were injured and was it the Sixers were also injured? I did, however, pick the Knicks to win. They got injured, but that doesn't take away anything from the Pacers. So, Pacers won in 7 games. They shot 67% in Game 7, which is insane. They blew the Knicks out in Game 6, I think. So yeah, it was an underwhelming finish to a pretty good series. But now they're here playing the only real contender that was in the East. And the Celtics, they had I'd say they had a more difficult path, but like, I don't know, the East is a little weak this year. With in my opinion, the 2 best players in the East being injured or out for the playoffs. The Celtics, they beat the Heat in 5. The Heat had a magical game 2 where they made every 3. But they weren't winning without Jimmy. And Celtics, it says 4-1, but they were in dogfights for like 3 of these games. Or 2 of them? I don't know. Let me click on this. As you can see, Game 3 was pretty close for a while. Game 4, I really did think, the Cavs might have a chance here. I believe this game was without Donovan Mitchell. Or the last 2 games were without Mitchell. If I can... Yeah, he didn't play. He didn't play the last 2 games. That could have affected the series, but maybe the Celtics just try harder. I don't know. The Celtics are hard to gauge. They're kind of trolls. Last 2 games of that series, they were in a dogfight with Evan Mobley-led offense, which is crazy to me. So, now we're here. Celtics versus Papers. If everything goes how it should go, the Celtics should win in 4 games. They should, but I'd give them 5 games if the Pacers shoot 67% from the field again. But the Celtics are odd. They like to troll a lot, as I've seen throughout this. Tatum has been, like, these are okay stats, but for what people expect of him, he's been bad. He has not been good. And Siakam's been fine, but Halliburton's been very, like, he flips a coin, and if it lands on heads, he's going to play like a superstar. If it lands on tails, he's going to play like, I don't even know, like, some bum point guard, only shoot the ball 4 times. He's going to play like Ray McCollum. So, yeah, Boston has home court. I believe Kristaps is not returning at the start of the series. If everything goes well, he probably just returns for the finals because the Celtics can handle this team without him. It would certainly help if they had someone like Kristaps to guard Siakam or Miles Turner, but I don't think they really need that. Derek White and Drew Holiday on Halliburton is going to be troubling for him. He hasn't really played a really good, point guard defender or point of attack defender since Patrick Beverley. Patrick Beverley's all right. He's mostly antics. But Drew Holiday and Derek White, they're better. So they are more well equipped to guard Halliburton than I'd say the Knicks were. Let's just, yeah, I guess I don't know if there's really that much to talk about. Shout out the Pacers. They're very ahead of schedule, but whatever you do, don't just stand pat. Don't just think, oh, this team is conference finals appearance. That means we're a contender. Like, no. That's what happened to the Hawks. That's how they ended up sucking. That's what happened to the Mavericks before they got Kyrie, and they ended up sucking too. Like, don't fall for the trick, okay? Matchups do matter, and injuries did help you guys make the conference finals. So don't just stand pat. Any Pacers fans mad at that, you should be agreeing with me because why would you just want your team to stand pat? Let's talk about this series. The Timberwolves versus the Mavericks. This is gonna be a fun series. Luka started playing better as the series have gone along. He played good the last 2 games, basically, of the OKC series. And let's see. Anthony Edwards, he had a stinker on offense, but he played great defense. He said he's going to be guarding Kyrie. I don't know if he's just talking. I don't think he's going to guard Kyrie the whole time because why would you wear your star out like that? Like he just guarded Jamal Murray for the second half, and he gave Jamal trouble. He actually locked Jamal down pretty well. And Luka's probably going to have to deal with Nickeil Alexander-Walker or Jaden McDaniels, one of those two. Probably both of them. And for Luka, it's gonna be a breath of fresh air. It's probably gonna be a lot easier than Lou Dort, because Lou Dort was not playing defense. He was playing football out there. He was just straight tackling Luka. Jaden McDaniels plays good defense, like clean defense. He's not tackling, so I think Luka will have an easier time than Dort, just because Dort's so rough and stuff, and not in a good way. Dort's basically like Dylan Brooks almost. And let's see. The Mavericks do have enough big bodies that they could pack the paint, like they did against OKC, and they could. That does take away part of Ant's game if that paint's packed, but Cat stretches the floor, so I guess you don't have to really worry about Rudy Gobert taking over. Like if Rudy Gobert beats you on offense, then that's just unfortunate. But I love both of these teams, honestly. Coming into these playoffs, these were my 2 favorite teams basically. Because they had 2 of my favorite players besides LeBron. But I'm just trying to picture, because these 2 teams, whichever one is gonna have to face the Celtics, and Celtics are likely gonna be well rested because both of these teams have been in dogfights. And by I guess technically the Timberwolves are more well rested, considering they swept the Suns, but they went to 7 with the champs. They were down 20. They had to come back. Like that's a lot of adversity. Mavericks also did face a lot of adversity this playoffs. So either way, one of these 2 young stars is going to get their first finals appearance at bare minimum. Luka is playing with like half a leg almost, so that sucks for him. And I can see that being the reason why the Timberwolves win. My prediction is going to be Timberwolves in 7 games. I can see the Mavericks winning also. They're gonna need Kyrie to show up more consistently than he did in the OKC series. Pretty much Kyrie needs to play like he did against the Clippers, which he's possible to do. Yeah. PJ Washington, he's been on a heater. He showed up clutch last game, and was it Derrick Jones Jr.? He needs to show up too. Mavs need all their role players to show up, and was it their big 3, Ant, Cat, and Gobert? They need to show up too. So Cat just needs to be consistent and stay out of foul trouble. It might be hard considering was it The bigs for what do you call the Mavericks? They do draw fouls. Like Derek Lively could draw fouls. Daniel Gafford draws fouls. Um, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Kleba's just out for the playoffs. Why did it take me to Luca? Kleba would have helped a lot. It would have forced Gobert to come out of the paint. Well, I don't know, cause it in theory it would, but their rotations are so good, it probably wouldn't have mattered too much. But yeah, you would love to have Kleba, and I don't know. I just think that the Timberwolves are less battered than the Mavericks, just because their star is healthier. So I guess I'm gonna say Timberwolves in 7 games, and I guess I could just give prediction for finals. We're going Timberwolves over Celtics in 7 games, I guess. Yeah, that's about right. I think both of these teams could beat the Celtics, but obviously Celtics shouldn't like underestimate the Pacers. That's how they lost last year. They underestimated the Heat. So yeah, those are my predictions and thoughts. Leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.